I'm going to go
Agreed.
ahead and start the recording. So, welcome everybody to our first official Rockstars on the Rise for the Shooting Stars organization. Super excited for everyone that's joining us live and for those of you that are able to watch the playback. So, excuse me. So the purpose of this is to develop strong booking and recruiting skills. To help consultants become more confident in their business and themselves, and to create a ton of excitement and become a leader in the company, in the director track, or however far you want to take your business. So some of the requirements for this is just be willing to give 110%, interact, talk to us on this. If you're not watching live, then watching the playback. You want to make sure that you're committed to completing all of the call to actions within the identified time frame, and have your calendars ready to book, because I know a lot of our organization is working on getting a strong booking schedule. Any of you on the call live have already have your schedule full and don't need any more bookings? Nope. Exactly.
What is full?
You were full. Okay, good.
I said what is full?
Oh, what is full? Full
Yeah.
is full is you want your calendar where you want it to be to reach your goals. And our organization typically says 4 parties a week. And that will reach any goal you have a week. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
4 parties a week. So we're going to talk about bookings first. So bookings are the lifeblood of your business, no matter what level you are. But this is more important as you move into leadership. So there's a general rule that Doris Christopher said, 8 and 2 no matter what. So that's 8 cooking shows and 2 new recruits every single month. This is a golden rule to live by. If you do, you will always have a strong and successful business and be a strong leader. And it's really important to get, some people are new on this call and some people are seasoned consultants on this call. It's really important to start off strong. And if you have team members, start your team members off strong. And so when it comes to the virtual world, numbers tend to double. Because virtual parties in the past have been lower than cooking parties, but now that we're all virtual, they're definitely coming up. Right now, the company average in the is $500. I think it's like $525. It's a little over $500 for a virtual party. And most of you that are on here have had parties bigger than that. So everybody's average is a little bit different, but that's kind of the baseline for the company. So, and there's a higher drop and flop rate. So what does drop and flop rate mean? That means I always say some will flip, some will flop, and some will fly, flip, and flop. So if they're going to, if a party's going to fly, that means it's going to, I'm admitting people here. If it's going to fly, that means it's going to qualify with at least the $200 in sales that they need to get their host benefits with. If one is going to flop because either they don't invite enough people to the party or they don't have the friends base to order from the party, and then one is going to flip. What does flip mean? Flip means they're going, because you're going to be offering the opportunity, one of your hosts will flip and turn their show into a grand opening show as a new consultant. So fly, flip, or flop. And that's why you want to go for 16 bookings. 3 to 4, if you have 16 bookings, you have to figure 3 to 4 will drop or flop. So that way you will have a minimum of 12 shows a month. So if you book 16, you will have 12 submitted. Everybody following? Okay, so I also want you to remember that leaders don't work to minimums. And we want to start this new Rockstar journey with no minimums and not settling. So with that said, our focus over the next 2 calls will be about booking and building a strong show calendar. So I need you to trust me with the activities assigned and trust the entire process from start to finish. Because you will, if you follow the lead and do the things in the program, you will reach your goals and promote to whatever level that you are working towards by a date that you set. So the ride's going to be fast, it's going to be exciting, and it is going to be stressful at times. I'm going to be honest with you, but it's so rewarding, right? Isn't it rewarding when we reach our goals? So fasten your seatbelt and we're going to go for a ride. So your calendar, first off, talking about calendar. So let's go over your calendar and take a moment to identify the dates you can work. So remembering that 12 shows will ensure a full, consistent show calendar, but we need to account for life happening. That's why we go for those 16 as our goal each month. So identify how many you have and how many you still need. So take a minute right now, look at your calendar, see how many shows you have on your calendar for, and then how many you still need. And once you figure out how many you still need, then you're going to highlight the dates that you have on your calendar. Now, I know our organization, like my personal team, we typically start our parties on a Friday and they go Friday to Wednesday. So identify the dates that you have available on your calendar for a party. And your goal is to have every date filled in the next 2 weeks. And we're going to give you the tools to make that happen.
How many shows can you guys do that are seasoned virtually at a time?
So I have done as many as 8 at a time. How many have you done, Joe?
I've done 5, but I normally stick to 4. It's just what I've kind of got used to it. And so I try to book 4 each Friday and it works for me. But I have done a 5th one in there before. I don't think it was any different, but it's just not something like I work towards putting 5 on the books. So 4 each week.
Do you shoot for 8 a week?
Me, I don't
Yes.
shoot for 8 a week. No, typically
Okay.
I like to do 5 to 6 a week. That's kind of where I shoot for. I can do 8. It's a little crazy. Just because, and honestly, it's the reason it's been crazy for me was I was looking for an assistant, and with some things that with all of my leadership and trainings and stuff, it was difficult for me without an assistant to do that much. But just because of all the other things I have. But I typically shoot for 6 personally. But we want you guys to shoot for 4 a week. So contacts. This is important. Oops, I gotta admit somebody. Contacts is super important. Having a notebook where you are tracking your contacts. I've said if you've been in a training with me, you've probably got that. You've probably heard that before. And I have just this is just a generic spiral notebook, and I write down all of my contacts. And I make a note next to them, like, did I send them a PM or did I send them a text? What was their response? Was it not now? Was it later? Was it yes? And then I put a date next to it. Or if they say, get back to me, that they want, hey, check with me later. I mark that in there on the note. And then I actually put it in my calendar to check back later on that date. So if they say, check back with me this fall. So I make a date in my Google Calendar on September 1st, check back with Amanda Miller for virtual party. And so on September 1st, I'm messaging her or calling her or however I talk to her and saying, hey, Amanda, remember we talked in July and you said check back with you. I'm so excited. We have this, that, and the other this month. I have this date available. Let's set it up. So make sure you're tracking those contacts. So you generally want to make 25 contacts a week. And a contact is two-way. So that means you have gotten a response from them, whether it's yes, no, maybe later, something, some kind of dialogue going. However, since you are starting with, if you have a low number of shows on your calendar, so let's say that your goal is 16 for the month, and right now you have 2 on your calendar or 3, that's a low number. So you're going to want to make 50 two-way contacts because you're trying to ramp up to get to that 16. If you have 10 on your calendar right now and you're going for 16, then you might only need to make 25 contacts. But if you don't have the amount of contacts on your calendar, if you don't have a high number of bookings on your calendar right now, then you're definitely going to want to ramp up those 25 contacts a week to 50. And I know that sounds like a big number, but let me tell you, it works. So she's not on the call right now, but a lot of you on the call know Advanced Director Crystal Barham. She started her contacts in March. She just decided to start doing contacts. And I think she started low with 25, and I think she went up to 50. She's talked in her trainings. And she booked a super strong schedule, did thousands of dollars in sales. I think she did up to $10,000 in sales, and grew a team, promoted to a director within that month that she decided and made these contacts and booked these parties. And then the following month promoted to an advanced director. So the contacts work. Any questions on that so far? No. Okay. So to make contacts, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to go, I gotta get my notes over here. You're going to go through your Facebook friends list, starting with the letter A. So
Hey, Shaughnessy.
Yes.
I'm not for sure if you can hear us, but you are freezing up like every other minute or so.
Oh, okay.
And we're not able to hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. Hold on.
Hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. I can hear you. If I freeze
Yes.
again, just let me know because I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. So to make those contacts, you're going to go through your Facebook list and start with ABCs. We're going to start at the beginning of the alphabet. And you're going to send the following message, and I will post this later. Hi, X. I'm starting a new journey, and I'm asking you to be my guinea pig. I'm asking you to try a virtual show with the Pampered Chef. They're super fun, have games, tips, tricks, recipes, and tools, and you'll add friends to a group page that I set up. Sit back, play the games, make some comments, and enjoy the week with your friends. Watch the magic unfold. Are you willing to help me out while I spoil you with some free products? Now, if you're not new, you can say something like, I'm starting a new virtual party. Maybe it's a new format. So if you're not new, just, make new, like I'm starting a new format. I have a new party. I'd love for you a new sizzling summer party or something like that. But the rest of it, the gist. So for those of you that have potentially exhausted your Facebook friends list, here are some options for who to send the above messages to. So you're going to do the ABCs for generating leads. So friend referrals. Get some referrals from your friends, anybody that you've had referral. Go through your contacts in Pampered Chef and contact all past customers. All the past customers. So if you're new, that could be from your grand opening show and your first couple parties. Go through when you're out and about. I know we're not out and about as much as we, typically are, but if you go to Walmart with your mask on, when you're out and about, pampering a business, So pampering a business, for what that is when you bake something for a business. So like for example, I've pampered my dentist in the past. When I had a dentist appointment, I made brownies in the brownie pan. I dropped them off with a couple catalogs, and said, hey, I just wanted to pamper you. Thanks for all you're doing. That would be a great appreciation right now, especially with all this COVID, because they're doing extra work. They're taking temperatures and doing all this extra stuff right now. Here's a couple catalogs. If you happen to collect some orders in the next week, I'll come back and pick up my pan. Then all you need is $200 in orders, and you'll get $20 free or $25 free, whatever the free product is, and whatever the host special is this month, 60% off of any item of your choice. And then I leave them I leave a flyer with 2 catalogs, a flyer, and I just print off some of those order forms on, it's under marketing and imagery, I think it's under promotions. LinkedIn, if you're on LinkedIn, the social network, that's a great place. Anybody on your holiday card list? Am I the only one who sends out Christmas cards?
Always.
No. Okay. I got some more Christmas card senders. So anybody on your Christmas card list, holiday card list. If you recently got married, anybody who was on your wedding guest list, or if you had a child get married, anybody who was on their list. Your phone contacts. So go through all of your contacts in your phone. You might think that you talk to most people or text most people on your phone. I guarantee you, I don't text nearly a fraction of the people that are on my phone contact list. A family reunion list, if you have a family reunion. So those are in addition to your Facebook contacts. Any questions so far? No. Okay. So discuss the you're going to follow up. It's so important. I can't say this enough. So important to follow up with your contacts. So if you just send them a message and you don't follow up, you're leaving money on the table and you're only doing half of your job, because the fortune's in the follow-up. So if you see that especially, it's really easy on Facebook because you can see that they've seen the message. I always follow up with something like, hey girl, I'm just checking to see if you got my message and what your thoughts are. And you can do the same thing via text or another way. So any questions on 25 to 50 contacts? Everybody clear on what a contact is? Two-way. They have to respond. So you're going to, I'm going to post a video in our organization page that talks about 25 contacts, just the importance of them, by Stephanie Richardson. She's an executive director in the company. I think she actually just promoted to senior director, senior executive director. And you're going to track your contacts in your notebook. So make sure that if you don't have a notebook, you want to grab one. Get one on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. Track your contacts. 50 contacts. If your schedule is, if you have a small show schedule, you're not close to your 16, you want to do 50. And you want to, for the first 2 weeks, so do 50. So that's 100 people in the next 2 weeks you're going to be contacting. And so that might mean you have to reach out to 160 people, right? To actually make the 100 contacts. Because you could send 50 messages and maybe you're only going to hear back from 40. That means you've made 40 contacts. And then you're also going to send a picture of your 50 contacts this next week to your director before our next call. So you have until today's Tuesday. You have until next Tuesday to get those contacts and to snap a picture of your notebook with those 50 contacts, or and send that to your director. So you're going to watch the video. Your homework is to watch the video on the contacts that I'm going to post. Make your 50 contacts, track them, send it to your director. Any questions on that? Nope. Okay.
What was the timeline on that?
By next Tuesday, before our call next Tuesday night. And so this is going to set you up for what you want, wherever you want your business to go towards the end of summer and into fall. Because what we do now, this is an important point. What we do now impacts our business in the next 90 days. So you might be in the summer mode. I know we're like currently out of town, kind of on vacation. You know, you might think, oh, well, fall's, you know, that's a ways away. Fall is like right around the corner. So what you do today determines what your September and your October businesses are going to look like now. So it's very important that you do that now. And for those of you that are new to Pampered Chef, we've had an amazing spring, better than ever. But typically October through September, because our new products come out, and then October through December through Christmas are our busiest months of the year because people are baking, they're cooking, and they're buying gifts for people, and they're entertaining. So it's so important to get your calendar ready now. So that is all we're covering tonight. It was a quick 31. You guys thought you were on the hook for an hour, and it's only 30 minutes. Yay! But bookings this is just so important, guys, is to get those 16 for the month. Anybody? Oh, who's talking? Anybody have say
Yeah.
something? Yes.
You're also going to post the ABC verbiage for us.
Yes, ma'am.
To use for our Facebook.
Yep.
Okay. Good deal.
Yep. So look in the organization page, and I'll be posting all this stuff here in the next few minutes, getting it ready. So make sure that you message your picture to your directors by next Tuesday with all those contacts. And I'm excited, guys. I can't wait for you. And I want you guys to be excited about this, right? Like, oh, I got to make contacts. Get excited about this. This is going to determine your paycheck in the next couple months. Think about what your paycheck is now. Maybe think about what it was last month. And imagine that doubled, tripled in the coming months when you make these contacts. That's what that's going to determine. So these contacts might stink to make contacts, but it's going to change your bank account in the next couple months. So I'm going to post those, and then if you guys have any questions, feel free to tag. But get excited. Let us know you're making your contacts. Post on our organization page this week. Oh my gosh, I made 10 contacts. We're getting closer. Almost got my 50. Be excited about this, guys. This is an exciting thing. And I am, just so you know, I am making the contacts right along with you. I am not telling you guys what to do and not doing it. I am literally tracking my contacts. I brought my workbook and everything, my notebook from on vacation with me so that I could get my stuff tracked too. I know Joe's making her contacts. The entire director team is doing this with you. You're not alone. Amanda, do you have a question, or are you going to say something?
No, I'm sorry. My dog is trying to jump on me, and I had surgery, so I'm like, and he's huge. So I'm like, please do not jump on me.
Oh, no.
And my 5-year-old is trying to grab him and keep him off of me. So I'm sorry.
No worries. I thought you were getting ready to say something. I hope you recover.
No.
Oh. Okay, ladies. Well, thank you guys for logging in tonight for our first Rockstars on the Rise. We have one more next Tuesday, and we're going to, this was bookings, and then next week we're going to cover recruiting and focus on that. But to get to recruiting, we got to have the parties on our calendars to meet those recruits. So thank you guys for taking time out of your schedule tonight, and we will see you next week.
Okay. Bye everybody.
Bye.